Metal Podcast, episode 175 with Sarea. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. As Anthony just heard, was Lost Cause by Sarea, who I've got on the show with me right now. Lost Cause is the latest bonus single to join their full-length album, Black and Heart, which was released just last year. Right now, I'm being joined by members of the band to share some stories about the music and share more info about what they've got going on. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's go back and listen to that track, Lost Cause. Come back from Lost Cause, really killer track, guys, and I'm curious, what's the story or inspiration behind it?
All right, since I wrote the lyrics and stuff, I tend to not talk too much about the inspiration for the lyrics. I sort of want them to speak for themselves. But basically, it's a track about being the way I am, I guess. I'm a lost cause. And I guess a lot of people can identify with feeling like you're a fucking lost cause, because everything you do just turns to shit anyway.
Well, aren't you a Captain Cheery today?
Yeah, I guess I'm not the most cheerful fellow.
Oh, wow, there's pills for that. Cool.
They won't help.
I've already tried them. They don't help. All right, cool. Now I'm curious, what inspired the bonus release of the track?
Actually, we got we tend to write a lot of songs during the recording process and the writing process. So Lost Cause and another track was recorded at the same time as we recorded all of the Black at Heart. But in the end, there were too many great songs, actually. So we had to choose because we only wanted a certain length of the album. So those two tracks were put to rest for a while.
Yeah, we tried to, like, when we build an album or a release itself, we need like a dynamic in it, and the dynamic didn't really fit with all the songs. That's why we always make sure to write more songs than we actually use, so that we can later on go through the whole recording and see what actually fits the best. That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question to bring up with Black at Heart. I guess, what was it about the track? Was it called Lost Cause at the time, or did it need to be finished? Like, was it completely ready to go?
Yeah, it was ready to go.
Wow.
It was just a few last touches when it comes to mastering and whatnot. I mean, we didn't fully commit to it in that sense, but let's say 95% finished.
Yeah. What was it about the track that just didn't jive with the attitude of Black at Heart?
Oh, tough question.
Yeah, it was, I guess, it's sort of that track itself is, it's pretty straightforward. So it's like, it's a decent track to just release on its own, because it can stand on its own two legs, but it's also kind of a in-between song when it comes to us and our songwriting. It's not like the biggest hit, and it's not like it's a slow song, it's not a fast song, it's an in-betweener, basically a filler. But that's just it. When we write music, we tend to write good songs all over, but some songs just doesn't fit in the bigger picture. That is Black at Heart.
Cool. Let's go listen to the next track, Lights.
I play the bushes around me and
Rock Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. All right, come back from Lights. Now, I know you don't like to talk about the lyrics, but I'm curious if there's any kind of gleaning into the story or inspiration, maybe even just musically behind the track Lights.
Music-wise, it's, I think, the author of the original track, Martin, can answer.
No, I can't, but I will try. Making metal music on a keyboard isn't easy because everything is just slow and plastic. And I don't know how to say it, but if you make a melody on keyboard, it won't sound like metal. But I thought this is some nice tunes, a nice melody. So I handed over to the guitarist who makes metal out of my work. And with the guitar and those melodies, it was just fantastic.
Yeah, we pretty early on in the writing Lights, we got a form that we liked, and we knew what Martin was after, like tone-wise, and we also tried the different things with the guitars to make it stand out. The first version that came out was a little bit more melodic. Then we added, because like the main riff of Lights is basically two guitars that doesn't fit together, but when played right, it combines and brings a sound, because I can't really explain it in terms of just words, but the one of the guitars is playing like a really staccato riff, straightforward, and the other one is more melodic and more nuanced in a way.
Kind of funny. One of the main guitars is actually written on a keyboard at first, and then transposed to guitar. So it's not an ordinary guitar riff because it's made on keyboard.
Yeah, and I'm curious, is that a regular part of the writing process to start out on keyboards and move it over to guitars?
No, not for Sarea, but for my contributions to Sarea, if I write a song, that's the ordinary way I do it, because I'm not good at guitar, so I have to do everything on keyboard. But mainly, one of us makes a track. For example, Alex made a track. He makes pretty much everything. And this is the idea of a song that I want us to play. And we listen to it, we learn it, and then we make our own contribution to it. I play better keyboard, so I write the keyboard. But Alex has given me a feeling of what he wants for the tune.
Yeah, it's hardly ever like this that we deliver a good-to-go song from start to finish, because we all write in different ways. I often come with an idea that I deliver that is a whole song, but in the end, when everybody's put their finishing touches to it, it doesn't sound like the original idea anyway.
Well, very personal tune. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who dug the track Lights, if you go to today's show notes, that's www.therockmetalpodcast.ca. You can go and see the music video for Lights. And I'm curious, guys, go ahead and take us through the production of the music video.
You like the artsy stuff?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a artsy-fartsy guy. I like videos that are, I don't know, they sort of, when you watch it, you sort of don't get the whole picture, so you have to watch it again and again and again, and probably after 10, 20 times, you might actually start getting the red thread of it.
There is a red thread.
Yeah, there is a red thread, and the whole production with the video itself is basically back and forth between me and Richard Moneus, who's a great photographer, and he's worked with us before.
He did Downfall.
Yeah, he did Downfall. He did Another Me, and also helped us out earlier with different stuff. But it was basically I sent him the track and I said I want something dark and sketchy, and then we pretty much just started riffing on it, like weird parts of it that we wanted to add to it.
There's a really eerie feeling.
Yeah, the feeling is supposed to be a bit eerie, but still like a different world, but it's still this world. You're sort of in between. Let's say a state of I don't know, a state of being in between, a limbo feeling.
Watch it and figure out yourself.
Yeah, it's basically since the song itself is based around my own memories or reflections and whatnot growing up, and towards my grandma and myself. It's sort of a good way to deal with it, I think, to put it in limbo, because it's when someone passes, they're gone, but they're still here. But you still see fragments of stuff everywhere. And you sort of, I don't know, you sense a smell or whatever, and you get a memory out of it. So that's sort of the feeling that we were after. But we're also like, that was this really serious video, and we tend to do serious music videos, but we're also really, we like to laugh and make really dark jokes and whatnot. And I mean, the whole intro part is basically the way we kind of look at stuff. I mean, when you look at really crazy fucking hosts for TV shows and whatnot, and you have to do this and that and la la. I mean, look at fucking Oprah when she's screaming, you'll have this and that. And I mean, it's weird, but everyone's just staring at these screens like, I don't know, you're a screen junkie, basically. And it's also a reflection of that.
Yeah. Cool. Now, for Rock Nation, who dug the two tracks, Lost Cause and Lights, is excited to know that there is, in fact, a whole album that we've been chatting about here called Black at Heart. I'm curious, guys, when we pick up Black at Heart, what should we expect?
You should expect, let's say, you should expect a ride in that sense. I want people, I mean, the reason you release an album is you want people to listen from the first song to the last song. And that's the way it's supposed to be heard or whatever. Singles are singles. Yeah, sure, a great song is a great song, but it's also meant to be played in a certain way because we want people to experience it that way. But what you want out of the album itself is a journey, a ride.
We can put it in a few words.
Yeah, I mean, The thing that we want people to get when they're listening to us is the energy, the hopelessness, the desperation, the honesty, the anger, and like the longing for more of it.
Wow, you thought about that one.
Yeah, we actually did.
Every now and then.
Cool. Now, the next logical question on Rock Metal Nation's mind is, where can we find you guys on the web?
I mean, basically all the major streaming sites and whatnot. I mean, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, iTunes, anywhere
Apple Music.
Yeah, Apple Music, anywhere you go to get your music digitally, at least. I mean, if you want physical albums or other stuff, best bet is to go to our website, which is sareamusic.com.
Where everything is.
Yeah, you can find everything there, or if you have special requests and whatnot.
Cool.
We also have sales every now and then, because we're about to make new merchandise. So if you're quick, you might actually get to buy stuff for pretty much nothing.
And we kind of have to say this. You could give us a like on Facebook too.
Yeah, it always helps.
All right. Well, boys, is there anything else you wanted to throw out there? I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come onto the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Sarea with Rock Metal Nation.
Thank you, and enjoy, man.
Yeah, thanks for spreading the word. And I'm guessing people who actually listen to this are diehard people. Keep being diehard.
All right, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Sarea. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation!
Nation!